Ever found yourself puzzling over what differentiates a two-stroke from a four-stroke engine? Well, you're not alone. Engines are fascinating pieces of machinery, and they're at the heart of every automobile. They're the powerhouses, the workhorses, the unsung heroes that keep us moving, day in, day out. In essence, an engine converts fuel into motion, a process that involves some pretty nifty physics and engineering. But not all engines are created equal. There's a whole world of different types out there, each with their own unique set of characteristics. From the outside, they might all look pretty similar, but under the hood, it's a different story. That's where we find the intricate details that set one engine apart from another. And that brings us to our main discussion today, the two-stroke and four-stroke engines. Each has its own unique way of getting from fuel to motion, and each has its own set of advantages and disadvantages. Now that we've got the basics down, let's dive into the heart of our topic, the two-stroke and four-stroke engines. Picture the two-stroke engine as an energetic kid, always on the move. This engine's functionality is as straightforward as it gets, with a cycle that's as easy as 1-2. First we have the intake and compression stroke, where the piston moves up, compressing the fuel-air mixture while simultaneously drawing in more fuel. Then the spark plug fires, causing an explosion that forces the piston back down in what we call the power stroke. The exhaust gases are then expelled as the piston moves back up, ready to start the cycle anew. This simplicity is one of the two-stroke engine's biggest advantages. There's no need for a complex valve system, making it lighter and easier to manufacture. More than just being lightweight, the two-stroke engine also boasts a high power-to-weight ratio, which means it can deliver more power for its size compared to other engines. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The two-stroke engine has its quirks. It's always on the go, and that means it consumes more fuel. Plus, it tends to be a bit noisier than its counterparts. Despite these drawbacks, the two-stroke engine's simplicity and power have earned it a place in our hearts and our machines, from dirt bikes to chainsaws. As efficient as it may seem, the two-stroke engine has its downsides, which led to the development of its sibling, the four-stroke engine. Now imagine the four-stroke engine as a methodical adult, taking one step at a time. The four-stroke engine, unlike its two-stroke sibling, operates in 4 distinct stages. It's a dance of precision and efficiency that makes it the darling of most modern vehicles. Let's break down these 4 steps. First, the intake stage. The piston moves down and the intake valve opens. This allows the air-fuel mixture to flow into the cylinder. Think of it as the engine taking a deep breath before a sprint. Next up, we have the compression stage. The piston moves upwards, compressing the air-fuel mixture. This is akin to a sprinter crouching at the starting line, building up potential energy for the explosive start. Then comes the power stage. The spark plug ignites the compressed air-fuel mixture, and the resulting explosion forces the piston down. This is the sprinter shooting off the line, converting potential energy into kinetic energy. Lastly, the exhaust stage. The piston moves up again, pushing out the burnt gases through the exhaust valve. It's the engine exhaling after a good run. Now, why do we love the four-stroke engine? Well, it's more fuel efficient, tends to last longer, and produces cleaner emissions compared to the two-stroke engine. It's a bit like choosing a seasoned marathon runner over a sprinter for a long-distance race. While it might seem like the four-stroke engine has it all, it's not without its quirks. So, what sets these two engines apart, aside from the number of strokes? Let's start with operational efficiency. A two-stroke engine completes a power cycle in just 2 strokes, hence the name. This means it has the potential to produce twice the power of a four-stroke engine of the same size. However, the four-stroke engine, with its dedicated intake and exhaust strokes, tends to run more smoothly and quietly. Moving to power output, the two-stroke engine's twice as frequent power strokes give it a significant advantage in terms of raw power. This is why you often see two-stroke engines in applications like dirt bikes and chainsaws, where high power-to-weight ratios are important. Regarding fuel consumption, here's where the four-stroke engine shines. Thanks to its more complex operation and better fuel-air mixing, it tends to be more fuel efficient than its two-stroke counterpart. This makes it a more economical choice for long-term use in cars and trucks. Next up, emissions. Two-stroke engines, due to their simpler design and oil-fuel mix, often emit more pollutants than four-strokes. This is a significant downside in today's environmentally conscious world, and it's why you see a trend towards four-stroke engines in many applications. Finally, let's touch on complexity. Four-stroke engines, with their separate intake, compression, combustion, and exhaust strokes, are inherently more complex than two-strokes. This can make them more expensive to manufacture and maintain. However, this complexity also allows them to be more efficient, quieter, and cleaner running. So in summary, two-stroke engines are simple, powerful, and loud with high emissions and fuel consumption. Four-stroke engines, on the other hand, are complex, efficient, and quiet, with lower emissions and better fuel economy. And there you have it! Next time someone talks about two-stroke and four-stroke engines, you'll know exactly what they're talking about.